Oh, well, listen, we are beginning to taste a lot like Christmas. And we have all of the traditional favorites. I'm talking about from gammon to duck and Christmas cake to trifle. Now, Chef Clem here is here to show us how to create a classic Christmas table that's load-shedding friendly. I love that because that's now something we need to keep in mind. Last year, I didn't have my stove, so I had to choose ingredients and a menu that was based on my appliances ready.
Okay.
Now we're going to put the spotlight on being load-shedding friendly.
Very relevant right now. So let's just talk through some of the festive favorites.
Oh.
We've got the hamper. I mean, the Christmas hamper, it's a classic. It's a classic. We've got the festive and we've got the classic in stock, which have everything that you need for when it comes to the meats for the festive season.
What's included? We've got gammon. Do you have tongue?
We got... Let's just go through it. Okay, so this one's got, it's got the corned beef, it's got the gammon, and it's got, what's the pork belly.
The pork
Because
belly.
the pork belly is so good. And all of these meats you can do on the braai, and I'm gonna tell you how in a little bit. And the other one has got what you're talking about, which is the tongue, the corned beef, and the gammon. Love that. We've got the duck stuffed with the mushroom duck sal. It is delicious, so good. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it's done in a bit. And then we've got all the gammons, talking about the sliced, ready-to-eat gammon. We've got the deboned gammon. We've got the smoked, ready to cook, it's already been cooked for you, sorry, ready to just glaze and make amazing.
Oh.
We've spoken about the showstopper, which we have on that beautiful platter over there. And there's certain tips and tricks that you can do to kind of get it ready on the braai. And the first thing that I want to talk about is this beautiful new cast iron range from Woolies, okay? So perfect size for getting your gammon in there, or your duck, or your chicken, and it goes on the braai.
So when you say load-shedding friendly, it's like we're going to cook our gammon on the braai. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
So because it's already cooked, all you're going to do is then glaze it. So what I do is add a little bit of stock to the pot, put my gammon in there, and I pour the glaze over. Then I put it on the braai. Okay. Get the lid on. And to get that glaze nice and jammy and sticky as it's supposed to be, I put a few coals on the top.
On top of your cast iron?
Because you can. It's cast iron. So it goes beautifully like glaze, just like this. You heat your gammon through. Same thing with the chicken. If you want to actually roast the chicken, do it in the pot on the braai. Your duck as well. Get it in the pot. I like adding a little bit of stock. I feel like the flavor of the duck, whatever you're cooking, actually goes into the stock, which gives you then almost a sauce to pour over the meat as well.
Fantastic. So I'm looking at this duck that is beautifully stuffed. Is this how you get it from Woolies? You just follow the cooking instructions?
Right, it's already stuffed for you, already stuffed and trussed, which is all the stringage bit around keeping it all together. All you have to do is follow the instructions and then oven, or like we said now, you can do it on the braai, air fry, absolutely. And it comes out looking so perfect and so delicious.
It's like something from a magazine that you can just put on your own Christmas table.
Funny you'd say that, because if you look at the amazing spread we have in the catalogue now, they've actually gone as far as giving you styling tips already. So you just have to apply. It's like color by numbers for food.
But look at this. Here in front of us, we've got our gorgeous gammon. We used some blueberries and grapes, and we just dusted some of the blueberries with some gold edible food dust. We've got our broccoli, and this is the tender stems.
Tender stem broccoli.
My
So we've taken the
favorites.
pistachios and we've also dusted them in gold dust, because this is the one time of the year. Actually, no, every day should be the time, but especially now where you can just gild everything in gold.
Just do it.
Would you like to gild some raspberries in gold?
Yes, please.
We've got some raspberries over there. It should be open for you already. I'm going to give you a knife. Oh, you got it, you got it.
Open it like that.
Pop them into the little bowl. And you can maybe, because it's a smaller bowl, you can maybe just do like 5 or so. Perfect. If you have a bigger bowl, just add them all to the bowl. And then you're going to take your gold shimmer dust. It's edible. And you just
You
sprinkle
don't need a lot.
You don't need a lot.
I always make the mistake of overthrowing, and then you end up just wasting dust.
So I buy quite a lot of this over the festive season. Oh, you
Does
got
it go over
And then
everything?
Everything.
I'm trying not to spill it.
But I'm also quite intentional, but extra. Like before the guests come, I'll sprinkle some in the air, and they walk in and like, what's this magical gold glow in the air? Because it does float in the air as well.
Does float.
You're doing it right. You can give it a little. You can be a little more generous with it. And then once you get it in there, you give the bowl a little shaky shake, and you'll see it'll just coat it. It's
So
beautiful.
I just did a little bit because I always feel like you do too much, and then you just give it a good coat.
There we go. I do this with chuckles as well.
Oh, yes.
Gold chuckles, absolutely.
So where should we put these?
You can add them to our beautiful mince pies that we have over there. We've got some raspberries in there already and some custard into the bowl. And then we're just feeling extra as we are. We added some rose gold leaf now. It just adds a little bit of pizzazz, and it's a one time of the year again where you just can't do that.
So, Clem, you were talking about amazing deals. So I know that Woolies currently has 2 Gamons at 20% off if you're a regular customer, and if you're a rewards member, you get 25% off when you buy 2. And this is for the Gamons as well as the festive hampers.
Absolutely. And I think now's the time to actually stock up. Get it ready for the festive season. As Raul and I said earlier, it's also good to practice your dishes. So maybe you want to have a
trial run.
Call it a Friendsmas. Have a Friendsmas, which is like a pre-Christmas event where you get everyone together, so to celebrate the time with them, and you get to trial all your dishes. So the tender stem broccoli is really amazing because it comes with the butter already.
It comes with the butter that you need, and you just pop that onto a nice little pan. A
nice pan. So again, because it is cast iron, add a little bit of water to it, lid goes on, and I pop it on the fire. And that water helps it steam, and then it does evaporate, and what you're left with is all that butter and the beautiful green broccoli.
And it goes like that, it's a vibrant green that the broccoli turns when it's ready.
As you can see, it stays that vibrant color. If you want it to be a little extra, which is you're allowed to do, I actually char my broccoli from raw on the fire first, then put it in the pan so it has like an extra smoky flavor. It just adds so much dimension to the dish. Like I said, the blueberries go so well with the gammon. We gilded all the blueberries, gilled everything this festive season. This is the best ever gammon as we cooked earlier this week.
And what do we have here?
Yes, how could I forget? So what we've done is we've taken sugar, just sugar, popped it into a pan and started melting it and gave it a little swirl. Once it turns this beautiful amber color, we pour it on some baking paper, let it sit for about a minute. Just before when it just starts getting a bit hard or thickening.
So you can shape it.
You shape it, and you get this beautiful caramel crown. Would you like to crown our beautiful mince pies?
So I just place it on top?
Yes.
So I don't break it, I don't...
Oh, it's actually not that fragile. He says that, and then, you know, things happen on TV, but no, it's actually not that fragile.
Just put it down like this?
Yes, perfect. Perfect. Ooh. That was so artistic. It's a vibe.
Artistic.
There we go.
Artistic with our gold, our rose gold.
I love it. So it just adds so much texture to your table. Now you're stuck, hey, the golden touch. Amazing.
It is the golden touch.
It adds so much personality to your table. It becomes a centerpiece on its own. And hopefully people get some gold stuck on their fingers. And then by the time they go home, they look like a disco ball, which is also fun.
Well, every family, I feel like, sometimes has that one grumpy person around the Christmas table or any lunch table. So just sprinkle them with some gold.
Sprinkle them with gold dust, with the gold leaf. Absolutely. And these are, by the way, our best ever fruit mince pies made with butter, traditional recipes, local vine fruit.
Chef Clem, we have 30 seconds left. I feel like we can't have these beautiful knives in front of you and you cannot cut me a piece of gammon.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
But for you at home, if you want to get your hands on these items, make sure you go to woolworths.co.za. Make use of these incredible deals that's available, because that is what's going to make the difference this festive season. Look how beautiful this gammon is looking.
Look at the juices.
Oh, it's festive.
It's festive. Oh, my goodness.
Head on over to woolworths.co.za.